But one of the final
So-
Daytona 500s you attempted was with Furniture Racing. And I mean, do you take, I guess, or maybe a little bit of pride in the fact that you were their first driver? They went on to win the 2017 champion, but in 2005, you were their first driver, and you made the Daytona 500 with them in 2008 with your teammate, Joe Nemechek.
Yeah, I'll shorten that story up real quick. So, what was Joe's name? I forgot his last name. The crew chief. So anyway, the Furniture Road team, I was racing the Xfinity cars, driving through the Gould's Pump, and we'd set quick time out there. We run third in the race, and they wanted me to come to their shop downtown Denver, Colorado. I did, and they had a huge shop, and they wanted me to become their first Cup driver. Jerry Roberts was their first driver, but they wanted me to, run. I was their second driver, really, but a lot of people didn't realize Jerry, had run their late model around, the local tracks there. But, I drove that car. I drove that Furniture Road car, and told them a couple of things that were wrong with it. I told them their motor program was no good. They didn't like to hear that. They fired me about halfway through the year. They hired 3 drivers. They all missed the races. Sterling Marlin, Scott Wimmer. Then they got Nemechek. So anyway, the reason I say that is because they call me up and they apologize. And they say, to show you how bad we feel for letting you go, blaming that on you when it was really our motor program and we just weren't up to speed. We'd like for you to run a second car at the Daytona 500, but here's the catch. I said, wow. Okay. They said, we're going to have Joe Nemechek's car and your car. If Joe misses the race and you make the race, you got to let Joe get in the car. And I said, okay. Well, it was easy to start. Joe qualified second for the Daytona 500. He's locked in the front row. I don't qualify very good, but the twin 125 comes along, and here we come, buddy. And hell, I'm running third on the last lap and ended up fifth. And, that was just, another one of those situations where, when you're a kid, you just want to shove it square up their butt and go, see, I told you. But it was just, it put me at peace, because everybody saw, everybody, you don't got to go around the garage here and go, see. But after that, they won the championship with Martin Truex, I don't know, 8 years later. Right. But, like they said, they spent a record amount of money. They wanted to prove to everybody that they could do it from Denver. And I think Joe told me they spent an extra $6 million trucking things back and forth and paying for people's apartments. And they paid the price. And in the end, Barney Visser said, I'm out. He got what he wanted, but he paid the price. And we're dear friends to this day. It was a moment in time, but yes, that is a short story made for Hollywood or ESPN. But it was the start of Furniture Row and how it ended. And Barney Visser, the owner, a great man, a religious man. But come hell or high water, they were going to run that team out of Denver, and it was very, very expensive. But they won the championship with Joe Gibbs' help. A lot of money spent with Gibbs, and but yeah, that was as you can tell, it was very easy for me to remember. And the story, I know the accurate story, and it was a good story.